Hello, welcome back to my channel. This video will be a vlog of my next couple days of crocheting. And for this video, I plan on making a pattern for a Coraline messenger bag, making a few tests and other things. So let's get into it. It's currently Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. I have my strawberry milk. And I'm ready to crochet. I have been crocheting today. It was just for the video before this. So I'm going to start working on the messenger bag, and we're going to use this navy blue color. It kind of represents her sweater with stars on it, right? And I like the color scheme, so we're going to do that. So it's going to be navy blue with stars on it, and I'm going to make a spiral square like the tunnel she goes through, and then a crocheted button, and then this is just the basic bag. And then I was kind of playing around with like little details that I could add, and I think I like this one where there's a dragonfly in the middle, there's beading along the bottom, triangle-y thingy. This is going to be a custom pattern for Fairy Crochet on Ribbler. She won a custom pattern in one of my giveaways on Ribbler, so now we are going to make it. My plan is I'm going to make a huge rectangular panel. Just picture in your mind a huge rectangular panel, and then we're gonna fold it in half, which is gonna be the body of the bag, and then there's gonna be room for a flap on the bag. Let's get into it.
Oh, that probably would have been good. Brain, yes. Hang on. Light. Okay. Oh my god. He kind of spent around maybe 40 grand on these other houses in between, and if we're making
I have crocheted this much of the long panel, and I'm going to call it a night. So I'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and again, today I have crocheted. It's just for the previous video, and fortunately I finished that project. So from here on out, it'll just be what I'm working on this week. I crocheted for a couple of minutes upstairs, and now I have moved down to my room. And we have a strawberry milk. And I plan to just work out this panel. Yesterday, it took me like 30 minutes to figure out how long I wanted the bag to be, but it seems pretty small right now, but compared to the other messenger bags I've made, it's like perfect sizing. So it's just kind of like a trust the process type of thing. So I'm just gonna work on extending it tonight and seeing how much rows I can do before I get too tired.
This is what I was doing, and so once I knew my why, I knew that it's all over the place if you Google it.
Yeah, for sure. But I might
contact in a conversation, and I hear it's a big part of the mental capacity group. Was kind of 2019
sneaker and white/blue haze, and
It is about an hour and a half later. I'm like super tired. This is how much we've got done. I have crocheted 18 rows today, which totals to 32 rows in total. And I'm going to call it a night. I think I'm going to just like edit videos until I fall asleep. Bye. It is Thursday. This morning we were running some errands, and I brought my project with me to work on. I got a few rows done, but we went to Walmart, and so I will give a little haul of what I got. So first, I got yarn, because I ran out of white yarn. This was in the clearance section. It is peach and mango. It smells super good. I got this. It's Philly cheesesteak flavored Pringles. They're really good. Can taste the cheesiness mostly, but then there's the saltiness of the meat, and then like you can get a subtle hint of like onions and peppers. I also got this lemon pie, and lastly I got these Hawaiian Punch drink flavor packets. And now we're gonna get back to crocheting.
Like, these ones look so nice, and I think with the natural colors of the deer body, this would look really nice. You enjoy, but for me, I like my little black beanie.
Houston, we have a problem. This is how much we have. I have 42 rows, And I realized something. I have to frog to around round 18, which is like down here, and I've done this much. I didn't add a detail that I wanted to add. Basically, the bottom, I'm going to do it in a way where I have to draw it out. Shoot. Okay, so I drew it out. You can kind of see the strap is going to start here and end here. And basically, with how I want to make it, this will fold over right here. But the bottom, I want it to be nice and square. So when I attach it to the straps, it'll be a nice clean finish. And it'll fold over pretty nicely. And so we gotta frog all that.
Really bad, but give me 1 second. As you can probably assume from there being a case here, this friend is continuing to push this victim narrative. I'm going to be setting the record straight. She just
Hello, it is Saturday. Yesterday I did not crochet at all, and so today I definitely want to finish the body panel, and then maybe work on the strap. But before I can even do that, my mom gave me a great idea of, since like when the lighting is good and not like gray like it is during the winter, I should stockpile some videos to post. And so here I've got a whole bag full of yarn and like projects I've done. For example, this one from the last video, I added a little keychain to it. I'm gonna take a lot of videos. I don't know how long it'll take me, and then we can continue crocheting. I have finished making my videos. That took me like 30 minutes, but I have made 10 videos in total, and maybe in a couple days or so I'll like make a few more. I'm not sure. So now I can start crocheting. Is a bit later, and I finished the entire body panel of the bag. This is what it will look like folded up, and this is how long it is. So let me count real quick how much rows there are. This in total is 50 rows. It's pretty long, So now we can work on hopefully we can finish the straps tonight.
The first part, yes. Alfonso Cuarón is the most talented director.
It's a little while later. I took like a break from crocheting. I got a kitty cat with me. This is Dora. She is super cute. She was always trying to climb up things when she's a little kitten, so I named her Dora. Oh. Are you leaving me? Rude. Anyways, I finished the strap and I connected it, but now I'm going to make a little pouch, and it is going to be a button, obviously, and I'm going to do it in this yellow color. Just to let you know, I only watched Coraline once when I was like 9. Honestly, I kind of forget a lot of the details, so I'm a poser. But I'm still doing it, so. We finished the button to slap on here. It looks weird right now in this lighting. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm so tired. So, see you in the morning. Right now it is 4:30 the next day. Today I've made the other pocket, and now I plan to make the stars next. Hopefully I can finish everything for the bag today, maybe even assemble it. Hopefully we can finish the bag today. That's what I really want to do. And so tomorrow I could write it into Ribbler and look for testers, maybe?
Discoveries in other times result in just unimaginable suffering and
this behind
which we like a door piece. Let's go to the.
I finished all the stars. I have temporarily set them on the bag, so I will show you what I'm thinking of the placement. Thinking I want to place it like this, so I guess now we gotta sew everything on. So now I can work on the little trinkets. I'm planning on making these two from the movies, so let's get started. Alright, so remember I made this yellow button, and I'm going to say no on this color because it mixed with everything else is just like, it's too much. So I'm going to make this in a blue color instead. I think I'm going to use this blue that I used in the swirl. And yeah, I made the little dragonfly. It's not movie accurate at all. I kind of tried to replicate it as best as I could with the colors, and then I finished in this. I feel like it looks pretty accurate. It's the closest color I could find in my stash. So yeah, now we just have to sew everything on and like weave in ends, and then I'll be golden. It is Monday. Last night I worked on the bag and I sewed some things on, and then earlier today I added on the rest of the details, and so my bag is officially done. Here's what it looks like. We've got the button pouch, which I might have to change it in the pattern. And we've got the spiral pouch. We've got the stars on, we've got the buttons on. We have the dragonfly connected as a keychain, and then the seeing stone connected as a keychain. When you open it up, you can see where it's been embroidered. And so, at some point in the future, I will have to add a lining to the bag and maybe to the front flap. It might take a while to even do it, but I feel like it would be a good idea for a video to just add linings to a whole bunch of different bags I have crocheted. So now that I made that, I am working on putting the pattern into Ribbler. I'm almost done the first part of the pattern, which is just the base of the bag. So hopefully tomorrow I can take pictures of it and look for testers. I guess I'll see you later. I've moved down to my room for the night and I finished writing the patterns. It'll only be for like 30 minutes, but I still want to crochet, so I will be working on this pattern that I'm testing. It is a clown beanie. Super excited to make it. It looks really cool. So let's get into that.
At our local farmers market. They hit it off and have been seeing each other for the past 6
Would I respect my new name and pronoun? I was 12.
It is Tuesday. I've gotten this far in the hat. I'm 12 rows in, I just have 3 more to do. And I took pictures of the messenger bag. Now I'm just going to do some schoolwork. When I'm done, I'll get back to crocheting. It is quite a bit later. We've got Dora here, my beloved. Earlier today, I worked on this much. Okay. This part's gonna be a little chaotic because she likes to eat yarn. Look, just look at this. So, I'm just gonna continue working on this and talk, I guess. Dora, be a good girl. Be a good girl, okay? Like, go somewhere else. No, you can't eat. She's trying to eat this. Okay, you can have fun. I just gave her the hook. Wow. I put all the pictures into my Ribbler pattern, and so tomorrow I'll post a tester call on Ribbler. And basically how I choose my testers is basically in my tester call I'll do like some requirements, right, where it'll be like add a certain emoji, you know, say what colors you'd like to use. I give everyone a chance if they're, you know, first to my tester call. For example, I had posted a tester call for one thing, and like 20 people applied, and I could only like pick half of them. And so I just did the first ones that met the requirements. And that's basically how I do it. Although it is like really frustrating sometimes when you're just like, you're specifically asking them in the group chat to just be like, hey, have you gotten anything done yet? And I'm always open to extensions on my tester calls because I'm not really pressed for time with most of my things, and they'll just not communicate at all, which is kind of weird. And then it'll be a week later and they're like, oh, I saw this pattern wasn't in my testing tab anymore. I'm like, yeah, sorry, unfortunately I had to remove you because you didn't respond to me. Usually in my tester calls, I'll be like, I'm open to extensions. Please let me know if you're going to abort this testing in advance. There's one person, Scarlet Skies on Ribbler. She made a post on Ribbler about how she chooses her testers, and it just was eye-opening. Because she was saying like, oh, I don't usually choose people who make their journals for the pattern. And just say like 2 words like, so cute, or stuff like that. I didn't necessarily do that, but I did do some short things like, oh, this pattern is so great, I would recommend it. So now I've really gone in depth and been like, yes, this pattern was great, I loved how there's not a lot of sewing, I used a 4.5mm hook and this type of yarn. I've only tested for her once, and I want to test for her again because her patterns are really great. But so far, since I changed how I make my journals, I haven't been able to test for her again. Hopefully, she looks back at my journals and realizes like, oh, this person doesn't just make like 1-sentence journals. Fingers crossed I can test for her again, but I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Over the summer, I was testing so much patterns, like it was so overwhelming. It was crazy. And now that it's come into fall, I'm just like not worried. I'm not too into pattern testing anymore. I mean, I'm into pattern testing. I just don't pattern test as much because, you know, I have a new baby sister. I'm about to get a driver's license of sorts, and so I have to like study for that. And I've got to release some patterns, so. And over that period of time, I had so much burnout. So I guess this fall, I'm giving myself more room to do things that I want, crochet-wise. I've only got 1 row left, so before I go to bed, I'm gonna finish that row, and then maybe work on some ribbing on the bottom. And I'm going to stop yapping, so I'll see you tomorrow. It is currently the next day, so it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Last night I finished the base of the cat beanie, and it is a really decent cat beanie pattern. Like, if you just did a plain cat beanie with this is a great pattern for it, and it's amazing. So here's what it looks like on. It's super cute, and so just gonna add the clown face to it. And in the picture, it looked really good off the head, right? But then once it was on the head, it just looked a bit wider. So I'm gonna keep that in mind once I get all the pieces done and then sew it on. So yeah, I definitely recommend this pattern if you're gonna make cat beanies. And I know in a couple of videos ago, I said, I don't want to wear this cat beanie. No one else wants to wear a cat beanie. That's because no one in my life, like friends or family, would want a cat beanie. So I decided to make a regular one. Anyways, this is really cute. And I'm not really into cat beanies anymore, and I plan on selling it. So let's get back to working on this hat.
Okay, so Based on my understanding, no, I don't think she's that. It's not even.
What was that about? I feel like that's a crazy way for them to react, but if that is how they...
Seriously, it all happens over the building. So you don't lie.
You don't... The boss is...
I finished all the pieces, and I sewed it on. It looks so cool. It looks like a clown cat almost, and I like how I put the eyes closer together. So yeah, it looks like a clown cat, which is really silly, but I really like how it turned out. It looks really cool. I love it in its own right. It's not my style, so I'm probably gonna just sell it or something like that. It's so cool. Definitely recommend this pattern, and the patterns from this video will be linked in the description. With the finishing of the hat, I'm going to end off this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like, you could subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!